How's it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse. Today I'm here with Cody, product line manager at New Balance. Today we are going to be taking a first look, deep dive into a shoe that I've been extremely excited about. We've got the New Balance Fresh Foam X Balos. Now, Cody, this was the shoe that you and Danny got to me very early. I put in lots and lots of miles, and I said it was maybe my most ran-in shoe of the past year. Tell us about the inspiration and how we got to this final version.
Yeah, Connor, I think you were one of our first early lovers of this shoe. So basically this shoe came up because we really wanted to have a top-of-the-line training shoe in fresh foam that felt like a super trainer, but at the same time that was not just really cushioned, but at the same time very lively, very fun ride. So wanted it to be kind of that shoe that everybody, that super shoe lovers go to for their training, but the super shoe lover that prefers to not have a plate in their daily trainer.
Yeah, and over the past year, my shoe, or probably when I first got about a year and a half ago, was the More V4. And I love that shoe because of the cushioning, but once I got this shoe, it almost has an elevated experience, and a lot of that comes from that midsole compound. What do we have in this shoe?
Yeah, I would say that probably is one of the biggest things that we incorporate into the shoe. So this is gonna be the first fresh foam shoe that we use a PEBA-Blend foam. So it's a PEBA-Blend foam with the fresh foam geometries, and we've really gone after a really rocker shape as well as a side-to-side camber. So that's gonna help you get that really lively, quick, underfoot feel, and that's gonna make it that fun ride that, again, is probably what you were feeling in comparison, especially to the More, to other shoes that you could have, that really impulses you forward.
And when we think super foams, PEBA blends, a lot of times you do think faster. And while this is a fun and bouncy shoe, it also feels really good just for your easy runs, your daily training, your long runs. It's just a fun shoe to run in, and it makes easy running feel even easier.
And that was exactly our goal, is not, there's a lot of shoes that are out there in the market, obviously, but that are meant for really, really fast runners or for the top of the line. We wanted this to be a super trainer for everybody. Like, it's not just meant, for your 2.5-hour marathon runner or 3-hour marathon runner, but something, as you said, that people can choose to do their tempo runs, whether that's faster or slower, or they can choose to do their long miles in, but at the same time get the benefits out of it.
And super foams a lot of times are paired with plates. This shoe does not have a plate. How are you able to balance the inherent stability in the shoe without a plate?
Yeah, so that was one of our big challenges here, and we did a ton of sports research lab testing to measure, what you're saying, stability, but also make sure that you're still getting that energy efficiency, and this shoe came above everything. And how we did that was we have higher sidewalls that are gonna prevent your foot from kind of tilting either direction, a little bit of a wider form overall, and then also in the outsole, we've realized, you can see we have a front to back design here, and this is actually a ground contact outsole. So that's gonna give you a really soft underfoot feel, like foot conforming foot feel, but the lugs and the way that we've created them make sure that your ride continues front to back and you're not kind of losing stability through it.
A lot of people don't realize how firm a traditional rubber compound can be, so that does make a big difference. And I imagine that's gonna help with some weight savings as well.
Oh, absolutely. This shoe is 9.2 ounces in men's 9.5, a little bit over 7 ounces in women. So it's a very lightweight shoe. And we've really kind of managed to get weight out of everywhere. The foam in itself is a very light foam. The outsole, as you mentioned, makes it a lot lighter. We do have a little bit of rubber just to ensure that in those high abrasion areas and high wear areas, the shoe performs, and you're gonna be able to get the full life cycle out of the shoe. We definitely wanted to ensure that. And the upper is also really lightweight as well.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit more about the upper, what materials were used, and maybe how it's gonna fit?
Yeah, so I'll start with the material. The material, it's pretty see-through, as you can see here. And the inspiration here we wanted to have a crossover between race day and training. So again, like this consumer that's gonna be wearing the shoe wants to feel fast. We know that when you feel good running, the shoe or when you like your shoe, you feel good and then you perform better. So we wanted to bring some of the inspiration from the fuel cell line and the racing product into this shoe. So you have a very lightweight krill upper. As you can see here, you have a little bit of a grid underneath and then this very lightweight breathable. We've printed all the details. So we've used 3D printed, 5D printing, and then just for the overlays, a little bit of visibility. And my favorite part, which I leave it for the end, just to start with the mesh, but I think it's by far one of the biggest attributes of the shoe, is this tongue. It has an amazing knitted tongue, super, super stretchy, and it's gusseted. So that's another component that's gonna hold your foot really well and avoid any sort of instability and just give you full comfort as you're running.
Yeah. Well, you know, Danny Orr got this original sample of the shoe to me about a year ago. I got about 500 miles. I ran through them and I would not give them up. Danny finally took them away, so I'm excited to get my final pair. For the people at home though that want to get the Balos on their own feet, when can they have it?
This shoe is going to be launching in August of this year.
Not too long. If you're looking to get the New Balance Fresh from X Balos on your own feet, it'll be available here at Running Warehouse.